Word, and we will do our thing. Cool. So what episode is this? This is episode 4. We're already on 4.
Yeah, we're already on 4.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday. We met in a coffee shop to talk about this.
Well, it's like I'm stage 2 on a Tiguan now, man.
Right?
It seems like, yeah, stage 2.
It's crazy how quickly it happens.
Yeah, but you know what? I think what it is I know you're the type of person, and I know because I've interacted with you with the way you've you already installed a sub on my Tiguan.
Oh yeah.
Phenomenal. I couldn't, that was great.
Needs to happen.
Thank you, Visions. Anyways, but what I'm trying to say is you installed that.
Yeah.
I did the downpipe. Now I'm customizing my exhausts because one of the lower brands of the downpipes that's very popular brand out there does not seem to be working perfectly for the Tiguan, so you have to modify it.
And I've seen that way too often.
Cheaper parts, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
It's very rare. I know, like right now, you have a lot of people talking about like, oh, I can source out stuff from Alibaba and stuff like that, and you can get like forged wheels on Alibaba for the same price. And people are finally, after like 30 years, figuring out that most businesses built on drop shipping. It's like, hello, welcome. What did you think? However, tread wisely, because a lot of people out there are making a killing from the content of somewhat exposing brands.
Yep.
But really, you guys are giving content and you guys are giving likes and follows and monetary gain from those people exposing, sort of say, certain brands. But in reality, even though it's very sort of like tempting to follow their mindset, because their mindset's usually like, if you go on Alibaba, look, it's the same picture.
Oh yeah.
Hello. You do not think that suppliers or agencies from China can use a picture from the website to make it seem as if their product is directly the same exact thing? So you have Joe Schmo that listened to some guy online that's like, oh man, that's true. I can actually go on Alibaba. Well, you could probably for the last 30 years or 20 years because it's been around.
It's been there.
You know what I mean?
It's not new.
But all of a sudden it's something new, right? It's like, oh my God, it's hip. So you go on there, you do a search and you're like, oh my God, I can get a set of forged wheels. And it's like, oh my God, it must be the same manufacturer as they make it for Vossen.
It must be. Has to be.
It has to be, right? Because the picture is the exact same. It has to be.
Has to be.
So what I'm going to do, I'm going to look around. I was like, oh, and it almost seems like...
There's 10 of them that are all the exact same.
Right. So but really there's only one factory that makes it for everything. There's only one factory that makes cars.
Yep.
Right? They all come from the same place. They're all drop shipped from China. BMW does it. Volkswagen does it.
Of course.
Work wheels are all like made in China and they're... If that was the case, dude, you wouldn't pay a premium for Mercedes. You wouldn't pay a premium from Gucci and all these brands. People need to understand that these companies and Alibaba and these YouTubers prey, or what's the word I'm looking for? They prey.
Essentially,
they prey on the silliness.
Yeah. And
they always get you with low price.
Yeah.
Everyone will always get you. The bottom line is the low price. What's the most lucrative thing that gets people excited is, oh, I'm going to get 5% off.
Of course.
It's the financial.
It's always financial.
People need to look at things that not always, but you get what you pay for.
For sure.
I bought probably a dropship product from like a major brand company that's like budget brand in the Euro community. I probably don't even have to mention names because there's so many, right?
Yeah.
And it's online, everybody does an installation. Oh, it works perfectly, blah, 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 blah. First of all, online, nobody will tell you the truth. People will always say that the products that they got work perfectly. They won't tell you that they took it to a shop to get it customized and modified. They only show you the final product. Oh, my car is bagged on like a $500 air suspension kit, but it took us like 3 weeks to put it in.
For sure.
It wasn't working correctly.
But nobody wants to like glorify their struggles. Nobody wants to be honest about, them making a mistake.
But the low price is always the struggle, because what I'm trying to say is I had that downpipe. I got the downpipe and it's supposed to work, but it doesn't.
Nope.
And even though it needs minor customization, and I can do it myself, you can do it yourself, but I would say the majority of the public can't.
No, of course not.
And even though you might get a dropship product that's amazing, or it looks like Apex wheels, or it looks like Vossen wheels, well, what if the holes are not to the right spec?
Yeah.
Or what if they're off by a tiny little bit? Because
that's best case scenario, honestly.
What are you gonna do? You're gonna go back to that Alibaba supplier and you're gonna they'll support you. They'll support you because they'll say, yeah, no problem. Can you make another order of 4 wheels and we'll send you a replacement?
Yeah, we'll send you a replacement.
The reality sets in when something happens.
For sure, but like I said, that's still best case scenario. What if you drive down the road and then it breaks? And now you ruin your car.
Yeah, right?
It not fitting at least stops it from causing extra damage.
Right.
But it fitting and then failing, that first pothole cracks in half.
Yeah.
Now you just ruined a lot more than a rim.
Absolutely.
Time. Right? Yeah.
Time.
Well,
that
parts.
The money that people think that they're saving, they're killing it on time.
Of course.
And the content that these YouTubers should be making, and there should be more discussion about, and maybe we could have a topic about it.
Yeah.
The content should be how well these premier brands that say they drop ship or they make their product or whatever. At the end of the day, I don't really give a shit, pardon my French, where it comes from.
Yeah.
Because if I'm dealing with a company and I bought it, say, through Vossen, and it's a Vossen wheel, it's known as a Vossen wheel, or Works, it's known as a Works wheels, I know I'm getting it from the source, I'm getting the real thing. Regardless. Which is where I'm getting at, right? You know you're getting the real thing.
Yeah.
You're not saying, oh, I bought a similar looking thing that's the exact same thing. Remember, it's always that excuse, it's the exact same thing. No, it's not.
Never
if it didn't come from Vossen, and it didn't come from these major suppliers that sort of say do drop ship, it is not that. So for the fact, and people might call me silly or stupid or whatever, oh, why are you spending the extra money? Because I can. And I will wait the additional time to support these companies that brought the product regardless of how it is. I know that I got it directly from them, so it's more of like a status symbol. Call me stupid or what, but I have that support.
Of course.
So the real content we should be making about is how well these major brands support you. If these major brands support you and you've paid a premium in order to get that support, hella worth it.
Oh, very worth it.
Hella worth it.
Very worth it.
Now, it could be because we're older and we think differently, no?
No, because like when you're young, your money, you don't have as much typically. Right?
Save.
Yeah, but like nobody wants delayed gratification. We want it all now. I still want it all now. And, I'm not young anymore. I still don't want to wait for things. But when you don't have as much money, you have to be a little bit more thrifty with it. If you have lofty goals, you have to try to play within a budget, right? You don't have unlimited funds coming in. You don't have a good paying job that's going to support you for a while. That, if you go a little bit into debt, you know that things are going to be good tomorrow, right? When I was 16, I didn't have any of that. I had a part-time job. Like,
I think we all did.
Like, the amount of hours changed all the time. Like, you didn't know how much money was coming in. So, like, to go and spend copious amounts of money was harder.
So you think people are more now willing to take the lower end kind of a way of doing things to fake it till you make it, I guess?
I think it's just the way that things have went is that, like, with the influences that have happened, in every aspect of life, you have your off brands that have kind of, for lack of a better term, taken over. Because nobody can afford the real brands because they don't want to wait. Right? Like, we can even go like outside of the car realm and talk about everything, right?
Or
like
audio.
No, even just go to like the grocery store, right? Are you gonna buy the name brand ketchup or are you gonna buy the cheaper ketchup?
Oh, you mean like a Heinz versus like
PC?
PC,
right? Can you justify the extra couple dollars on every product that you buy at the grocery store? Because you're gonna go from a $200 bill to a $300 bill, but you're gonna get the exact same thing. But it's not the exact same. It doesn't taste the same. It's not the same quality.
It's made to look, or it's made to
ketchup.
Form. Yeah.
But it's not the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's the same thing in car parts, in car audio, in suspension, exhaust, all those things. It's the exact same stuff. Okay, we can even go to cars. Like your Audis, your BMWs, your Mercedes, versus your entry-level whatevers, like Hyundai or entry-level Civics or any of those things. They're not the same car. Yes, they get you from point A to point B. They're not the same.
The idea is the same. You're right. What it boils down to is, yeah, how do you really, really know whether that product that you're sourcing out from Alibaba or AliExpress is the exact same one? You really never know.
Assume that it's not.
Know whether that product that you're sourcing out from Alibaba or AliExpress is the exact same one. You really never know.
Assume that it's not. And if it is, great.
Maybe you got lucky until something breaks.
Well, that's the thing. Like at the end of the day, if it's something that is, in my opinion, is not going to be detrimental to your car, like let's just say a trim panel in your car, and you can go to Volkswagen for us and spend $300, or you can buy something that is from Alibaba for $20. It's plastic, so if it doesn't work properly, it doesn't fail, you're also only owed $20. Or if it cracks 6 months down the road, it still worked for 6 months.
It's a really crazy topic.
It's not going to ruin your car.
Yeah, sort of say.
When it comes down to something to do with the motor, something to do with your wheels, your suspension, that is necessary.
Support.
Why would you cheap out?
Yeah. What really gets me again is people are making the assumption that all suspension comes from the same place. I can assure you it doesn't, and ours doesn't come from the same place because it wouldn't work. You wouldn't be able to support it, and you would not be able to provide the quality that we're known for our suspension brand, right? But putting that aside, I think you really don't know. It is very, very lucrative for you to try to get it. You're on a budget, so you kind of want to rock something similar to what it is, but really it's never the same because it didn't come from that particular source. And if you could argue, I guess, that it's the exact same and stuff like that, but that's always still assumption.
Yeah, unless you actually have the real thing sitting next to the replica and you have some sort of quantifiable way of measuring them.
Yeah.
How do you know?
Yeah. Because everything else is like, oh, it's coming from the same factory. Really? Well, you actually going to travel to China, mainland China, and most you don't have access to mainland China factories.
No. You're not getting in there.
No.
But even if you could,
Alibaba, AliExpress, it's all marketing agencies, marketing companies that represent factories. Yeah,
and then
4 or 5 factories that are making the product.
It's probably people representing people representing people. There's probably like 4 or 5 layers of things.
Right. So everyone on Alibaba is like, oh, we're the factory or the manufacturer, and then you have all these YouTube guys that are like, no, it's 100%. I've talked to them and they're the supplier, blah, 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 because of this. And I have shipping manifests and stuff like that. All your shipping manifests are showing is it's coming from a warehouse.
Mm-hmm. Which means nothing.
That's right.
It means nothing.
It might not actually be the factory.
I can ship things to any warehouse in the world if I really wanted to.
And it's so shielded out there that you really, really don't know.
It's also China.
So you have a manifest.
The paper could be just bullshit.
Dude, you have a manifest. You know where it's coming from. What are you going to do? You're going to take a flight? Yeah. You're going to take a flight. Your flight's going to cost you more money. And then you're literally at the mercy of these companies in order to get any kind of a warranty. Now, keep in mind, Vossen, not to name companies, but a major brand companies might also hijack you, but it's less likely because they have some sort of an accountability because they're on American soil.
Yeah, right? and also they have reputation. They have all these things that they are more concerned with.
They are, right?
They're also more concerned about it.
Yeah.
Like having a post of like posting an email chain back and forth between you and this major company, and they're just like, sorry, go screw yourself. That can get put online and there will be backlash. You do that from a Chinese company, they're just going to close the company, open a new one tomorrow, and it doesn't matter.
So this is a very, very good point you put out as well. A lot of these major companies that say they drive ship or make product, whatever, a lot of these major companies have a lot more to lose.
Of course. Even like the drop shipping companies that are here.
About this.
But the drop shipping companies here, like I was dealing with one, like I got some lights for my car from a fairly reputable company, and a couple of the LEDs went out. I'm like, doing my research, I'm like, yeah, they're probably just a drop shipping company. So I reached out to them and they sent me a new one. Just like that. Super easy. Probably didn't cost them much in the grand scheme of things. So just to take care of a customer, here you go.
Yeah. So whether you want to value that and you value that extra, see that extra expense,
Mhm.
it's almost sort of like that valet service.
Yeah.
You're paying that extra difference between the budget that you're going to get directly from a supplier
Mhm.
on Alibaba that you never know. You're paying for that valet service. So what people fail to mention is that valet service. That's what it is. People will present it, or YouTubers will present it as these companies are ripping you off. Are they really ripping you off? No, they are upmarking their costs for the amount of money that it costs to bring the
Service.
product in.
Service.
Right? Reputation that needs to be upheld because they have so much to lose. This is what we should be talking about, not all this like, oh, Mr. Joe and Schmo told me that this is a supplier I should get on Alibaba. You guys are generating likes for these schmucks. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, because they're making money off of you.
Of course.
They're making money off of your backs.
We all have to make money.
And all it takes is it's a no-brainer. You don't have to listen to these guys to do your own research and figure it out. But then do your research and look at all the costs involved. And maybe you've saved $1,000 on your wheels, but God forbid something happens.
We hope it doesn't.
We hope it doesn't.
If you go down that path, we hope it doesn't. We hope everything's good.
But
if
it
it's not,
always does.
Just
out of 10, they'll be like 5.
But like that's if we go all the way right to China. But there's also lots of companies locally and things that put out subpar work and subpar parts and subpar things. Like we don't have to go all the way right to worst case scenario.
What do you mean? Interesting. This is an interesting topic.
So you can buy anything from anywhere, right?
Facebook Marketplace.
Sure. Like you can go to buying things. That's a whole nother thing. If you go to buy a set of BBS wheels on Facebook, are they real?
How would you know? Right?
How do you know?
Oh, because he said so.
Because he has a receipt?
No, I went on Alibaba and the lady on Alibaba told me that it's BBS. It's like,
right? So now you have that whole side of things.
The picture from that supplier shows real BBS wheels.
Sure. But if you don't even use that, you have them on your car and you're like, yeah, look, they're BBS center caps. Like, okay, they look identical from here, but
don't you find it funny that people always try to replicate and copy the brand that's the iconic brand?
Of course.
Remove that BBS center cap. Have the replica, have the mesh wheels that look like BBSs, but don't fake the funk, man.
Yeah, but now you don't get the same notoriety. Like,
what do you mean? Someone that's a work wheels guy. You know how many work wheel reps there are in like the GTA, and it takes someone that actually has. That's another thing. Once you have the real thing, you can tell the difference, right? Bride replicas, and we've all rocked replicas. I've rocked replicas myself and stuff for cost reasons and availability and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I don't fake the funk. Somebody asked, it's a rep.
Of course.
Let him know. I just love, it's a tribute, right? But when you play off real as fake, so fake as real, that's bad. And then it's like, oh, those are real work wheels. And you come in and the rivets are not like, they don't have the nut on the bottom. So it's not really a true piece wheel. It's all cast into it. It's like, come on, man. You can tell. Same with fake BBSs and fake audio.
I have a fake Louis Vuitton belt because it was cheaper than buying a regular belt.
It's cool though, right?
But it's legitimately looks the same as a real one. Just the metal is not real metal. Like it's metal, but you can tell. But it was cheaper than going to anywhere and buying a regular belt.
However, speaking about cheaper, you have to be really, really careful. And maybe as an end user that doesn't go in depth, maybe as we do, there is a difference. Because I've bought Facebook Marketplace, like end links.
Okay.
$20 end links or $25 brake pads and stuff like that. And, out of 9 times, that one time you're going to get lucky that it's going to be legit.
Yeah.
But a lot of the times, dude, you can tell that like some of the higher end, higher quality, higher cost alloys or metals or rubbers last longer because you can put the 2 same end links, one $20 and another one that's coming from like a major brand. Again, a major brand has a lot more to lose. Right? So they are going to be very careful on what kind of product they put in. But some like drop ship product for $20, you don't get the same quality because you can tell that the alloys are softer.
Oh yeah.
Right? You can tell that the rubber will dry out or have dry rot a lot quicker. So you really, from someone that works in suspension, for example, the shocks are not valved correctly, for example, or they're not valved for lower temperatures. So the oils start going and deteriorating and the the reservoirs are de-aerated, so you have a lot of air inside the actual oils. People don't look at those details, but those details, what makes the difference and why that endling is $20 versus that endling being $50, $60. So be careful.
It's all of it. But back to the whole shop thing.
Okay. Sorry.
No, I got sidetracked.
Okay.
So back to the whole shop thing. Like, you can go to anywhere to, let's say, get your exhaust done. But the quality of the welds are not going to be the same across the board.
Yes. Well, prep, right?
All of it. Prep, the